Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. Today we are going to be making these little, I'm calling them like page edgers or something like that. I don't know, you know, what else to call them. Just came up with something because I was trying to think of what I could possibly do because I have so much of this stuff. Like I said, I've got like 3 more rolls. So, and I had bought this crepe paper, like this. It comes, I don't even know if it, there's one end and there's the other. So it is, this thing is 24 inches, 24, just about 26 or 27 inches long, okay, top to bottom. So what I did to make these cute little things, it's really not too much. It's not too hard to do, and they're really kind of cute. If you have this stuff, I'm probably going to make some of this and maybe, you know, put a few of these in my Etsy shop in case somebody doesn't have the stuff or, you know, whatever, and would want to have some for their Christmas journals. So what I did, I'm going to show you what I did with the paper. So this is the paper. Let me stand up all my stickles here. Okay. So that's the paper end to end. Obviously does not fit in the cutter. So my first thought was I would use my little rotary cutter on the mat. And I thought, but I really want the edges uneven, you know, just kind of more rustic looking. So I have, if I can find what I've done with it, this guy, put it in here sideways. This is a We Are Memory Makers, Memory Keepers. And my little thing is up here. And you turn this dial like this, and this gives you, I think this is a score line. This is a straight line. This is a perforated line. This is a little bit of a scallop. This is a wave. And then this is a decal. Okay, so I use the decal, and it is a little difficult on here. But however, what I did was, let me put this away now that you've seen that. Put that back in my little holder box up here. So what I did was I took it and I folded it in half. Okay? I folded it in half like that. And then I just I marked out about 1.25 inches using my grid here down at the bottom, which you can't see, but, or using a ruler, either way. About 1.25 inches because I wanted them about 1 inch wide, but I knew it was gonna take extra off, if you know what I mean, by trying to cut it with the decal piece. So that's what I did. I measured out about 1.25 inches and I cut it about every 1.25 inches. Now, that being said, there are places where at the bottom particularly that it didn't cut very well, which is okay because I'm not too concerned about that. So just took some scissors and trimmed kind of unevenly what I didn't want. I'm trying to do this, but it doesn't want to work. It didn't matter to me that it was thinner on one end, fatter on the other end. It didn't make any difference. So then all I did with this piece was to go ahead and fold it like this, okay? So I just went up, I probably was off camera, went up like so, and I just kept folding it. And I wasn't concerned if it was equal this way, though I was trying to keep it from being, you know, crooked this way too much, but I didn't care if one was fatter and one was thinner, you know, the folds going up. That was okay because it was meant to be rustic. I'm trying to remember to hold my hands up here. I'm used to working down here, but the camera, for some reason, I don't know. So I'm trying to remember to stay up here. So I did that, and then I just stitched down. That's all I did, okay? After I stitched, I inked it. I inked the other piece, whatever I did with it. Thought about inking that after the fact. So that got ink after. To cut the edges the way I did, like this. Okay, if you can see that. I'm trying to see if you can see the edge to focus. There it is, okay? To get it to cut like that, I have a pair of scissors like this, okay? So the thing with this, though, that you have to remember, let me try to find a piece of paper I can just use. If you cut this way, you'll get a scallop, which is cute. For me, if I turn it upside down and cut the other way, I get the point, more like a stamp, okay? Now, I just did that, and I made the 2 scalloped edges on this, okay? So if I wanted another edge like this, I'm holding the scissors upside down, okay? Oh, I didn't. There it is. I have to bring them back. Okay. So you can get both of these designs out of that one pair of scissors. So you see how that fits, okay? So if you wanted more of a stamp edge, you have that. If you wanted more of a scallop edge, you have that. So you can do either one with those scissors. So that's what I was doing. I just chose the pointy end. Don't ask me why. Probably because it made me think of holly or something like that. So this is all I did. I took my little wire cutters that I have, and these are all different lengths. I'm gonna just, whoops, sorry, I just hit the camera. Did I really mess you up? Probably. Let's try to bring it down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more like that. Let me see. I'm probably just making you all seasick now, right? All right, a little higher. Sorry about that, guys. All right, and maybe a little further down. There we go. All right, let's try that. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is just cut a piece for however long I think I want it. Now, it's gonna go the other way, actually. Well, we could do it that way. I don't want it to come, this one, I had it coming off the end a little bit, so I like that. So, and you can probably do this with that other leaf stuff, which I don't happen to have nearby me. But you know, that sort of fabric-y one that almost everybody has and they use. You could probably do it with that as well. So I do want it to come off the end a little bit. I don't want it to come all the way up because I want room for my bow. So these happen to be those little bead or jewelry 3-in-1 pliers that I have. So I'm just gonna back off some of these leaves a little bit and go into my wire cutter part. And then all I did, and this would probably even work better and faster with a glue gun. If I knew where mine was, might be using it. Though I don't have an outlet over here. So I just did a lot of, and it would be cheaper, I think, kind of following my sewing line, but not necessarily. I put a lot, this is the 3-in-1, or you could use Fabri-Tac, same thing. But hot glue would go a lot quicker, I think, and of course would dry a lot quicker. So I just went ahead and did that. Had my leaves going down this way. Try to get it where I want it on here and just smushed it in. Like I said, hot glue would probably work. Now, this doesn't really, I had it a little higher than I would have wanted, but that's okay. I'm just trying to smush it in without making the glue come too far out. Okay, and I left these, well, you really can't see them that well. I left the strings on the thread. You don't have to, but I did. I figured the glue will hold it in place, so if it did. So this is what we're gonna do. I did the red ones. We're gonna try to do something a little bit different with these. Actually, let me put the bow on. I made these little bows, okay? So this one's gonna be pink one. So we'll do pink first. So I'm gonna put my pink bow up here. So for right now, you just try to pull that a little tighter. Get some glue on here. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Gotta get the glue down to the bottom, or to the top, I guess, technically. Put some glue on there. I'm gonna let that sit that way and it'll probably leak out. Put my little bow on top there. Bring my ties down, so I'm sure they're facing in the right direction. Okay, and that's gonna have to sit for a bit. Make my little ends come down here. I did cut these a little shorter than my original one, but that's okay. So let that go. So I thought what I would try to do with this one is do 2 colors. So we're just gonna put some dots, and these do have to get cleaned out from time to time, these stickles. I had a pin, here we go. If I can get it here. So sometimes the, I think the glitter kind of plugs it up a little bit. So put another one there and make that one a little bigger. Okay, and then I'll come over here and I'm gonna do 2 reds and, oh goodness, 2 reds and a pink. But I'll do the reds first. And this one is rhubarb. It's actually a little pinker than this one, which is Christmas red, which is what I used on the other one. So, and one thing I was disappointed that these don't dry puffed up. So that kind of was a little disappointing to me. So I'm gonna try to leave a little point on them if I can, and see if that helps at all. Okay, and then I guess I'll do a couple more down here. Hopefully that's in the camera. All right, and then I'm gonna take the pink and we'll do a little pink dot. And this one doesn't want to come out at all. I keep losing the pin. Here it is. Okay. Trying to get the pin in that little hole. Move the glitter out. And try not to put my finger in anything. Well, that one came out big glob, didn't it? Makes a cute sound. Whoops. Okay, so we'll see what we think about that. I still may go, I'm gonna use a little, I know it's not back and forth kind of thing, but I'm gonna put another set over here. Okay. Now these do have to dry for a while, like overnight or something. So that's a pink one, and that's really all there is to this. So that one has the pink on it. Pink and berry colored. So I'm just gonna put that over here and let that one dry. And let's go on, we'll do a blue one, and then I'll do another one of my traditional colored ones. And the blue ones, I have 2 colors as well. So, oh, and the other thing I wanted to show you was you can make them even shorter, and maybe even shorter than this if you wanted, and then they could just be tabs rather than, you know, like the whole or almost the whole side of the page. Once they're in, if you find a good thick spot, you can punch a hole and put a little eyelet in and maybe hang a charm off of it, something not too heavy, I would say, but nonetheless. So this is not going to be a very long video, as you can tell. I'm going to go ahead again and let this, I'm going to let this hang over a little bit. I'm trying to get it under without letting go. Okay. So, all right, we'll bring this back this way. This looks a little thin in the middle, doesn't it? I don't like that part. Let's try another part. It just looks a little too thin to me. Yeah, that one's better. I don't know why, but I can cut that apart some other time for something else. Let that go there. Okay, I'm gonna go right about in there. All right, let me put that to the side so it's out of the way. And get rid of these little cutoffs. Okay. And then go ahead, put some glue down here. And if I find my hot glue gun, probably go a whole lot faster, though you still do have to leave it to dry. You know, the berry part, the stickles part, if you have stickles. I guess there's a ton of ways that you could, if you don't use the stickles, you could use small beads. If you have small beads, you could use those for the berries. You can, if you have a little bit of clay, maybe, you can add some color to it, you know, some paint to it or something, and, you know, roll them into little balls and use those. Trying to think of what else maybe might be a good alternative if you don't have stickles. The stickles are nice because it adds a little glitter, which is fun. I'm not a glitter person, really. I'm not. I do like it with Christmas. So I do like a little sparkle with the Christmas stuff. But normally I would not be a glitter person. Trying to get this to stay in the glue. Okay, so this one's going to be a blue one. Oh, and I didn't ink. Did I ink this one? I inked it. I guess it doesn't matter. I inked it on the other side. Go back and ink it in a minute. Give that a second to sit. I'll get my ink out here. And I'll try to ink from this side without getting too much glue here. So yeah, they're cute little things. I'm gonna see if I can make maybe like a paper ruffle for the edge of a pocket, which would be a little bit different. I don't know. I'll have to see what I can do. I think that might have to be a sort of an accordion thing or something. I'm not sure. So, like I said, this is not going to be a long video. Where's my blue bow? Had one. Here it is. This one, again, I cut it a little too short. But that's okay. Trying to get that down. Let's put a wad of glue there for my bow. Put that over there. Okay. Let's get the bow in there. Try to keep that down. Okay. All right, now, again, let's try this. This is, I don't really think that makes a difference. I'm just reading what it has to say on the side. All right, so we're gonna go 1 dot, 2 dots, 1 dot, 2 dots, and you can do this all in the dark or all in the light, you know, as far as the color of the berries are concerned. I'm doing a whole lot more berries on here. Let me get this one up, out of the way. It may be stuck in some glue here. I'm trying to move it so that I can get berries over here. Okay, and then we'll go out here. And here. And one last set here. Hopefully I'm not off camera. I think I might have been. That one worked a little bit better color, you know, squeezing it wise. All right, and then we have a light one. This one was called Pacific Coast, and this one is turquoise. And this one was hibiscus, and I said the other one was rhubarb. And then I have the Christmas red, which will be the next one we do. We'll do one more like we did the other one over here. So let's go ahead and we'll put one light dot there. They really aren't that much lighter. They look a lot different in the bottles, but as I'm squeezing them out, color doesn't seem that much different, which is odd. Okay, so there we have that one. The blues worked very easy. So let's pick the blue one up. So this is kind of like a juniper, let's say. So that's that. Okay. We'll put that one to the side to dry. And then we'll get another one for our standard one. Let's see if I can get one that's a little closer to the length, which I can't. All right. They're all pretty much the same. These ones, oh, this one's a little shorter. That one's a little shorter. I could probably make it shorter still. So, by trimming the top again. Ooh, that one. Pulled it up underneath while I was sewing. All right, so I'm going to take these scissors again. I'm going to turn them upside down for me. I'm going to trim the top and bottom a little bit more to make it a little more, it's also wider, and also not a problem. Because that one I just cut straight. So let's go ahead. We can trim these down. I just want to make this one match the other one a little bit more because it's going in the same book. So let's get rid of this mess. Hey, come back here. All right, let's put that there. Sorry about that. That was loud. I'm also going to pull the thread back a little bit. So let's pull that back because I don't want to cut it off. So I'm just gonna, if I can keep the one out of the way, I can pull the other one through. All right, there we go. And we'll do another one. Come on. I'll tell you, my fingers just don't do what they used to do. Well, one, they got pretty chubby. So that's one thing. I'm gonna take this and turn this upside down and trim that back. And that should pare it down a little bit. Now my husband's probably gonna get mad because I put the filming sign on the door. Well, that's not bad. That's a lot closer. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. And my glue, let's get this big wad off the end of that. We were gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way now. And I need to ink. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, not being careful, meant to be kind of rustic and woodsy. Okay, that's that one. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get a piece of this again. And we're looking at something just a little bit longer and a little bit shorter up here. Let me get the right tool. Okay, that over there. I won't need these. Put those away. I won't need these. Put those away. trying to get the leaves to kind of go in the right direction. Okay, go ahead and put some glue down here. Get the bubble to go all the way up so that when I squeeze, I get glue and not air. There we go. You might hear my husband walking around. Someday, my hope is to have a craft room where you won't hear all my household noises. Wouldn't that be lovely? All right. Trying to make it as straight as I can, if that is possible. I think my glue is in the light a little bit here. There we go. Bring that over. I have a red bow already made here. So let's go ahead and put that on. You know, this really isn't that empty. It's amazing to me that without it being so empty, it still takes so long to come down. I think he's making dinner. I kind of like it long like that, but I'm going to have to match it to the other one, so it's not going to be long. So I'm going to take this one because this was the Christmas red, and that's what I used on the others. Okay, which I think I'm done with these. Like I said, this was just going to be a little video to show you what I did. And with how I got this, what I used and how I put it together. So, all right, we're going to go up here close to the bow. All right, and then here, I'm just holding the bow down, which is probably why you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm getting back into the light now. Okay. Go here. And my finger's stuck in my bow. Okay, I think that'll be good. All right, so that is that. I do have to come back. I've kind of glued these threads together now. I'm going to do my best to, they're really kind of long, actually. I think I might trim them a little. See, I just put my finger in that. But we're not going to worry about those for right now because we want these things to dry. So we have that one that's been dry for a few days. We have this one that we just finished. So I'll put these here. And then we'll bring down the pink one and the blue one. There we go. So if you have, you know, a winter color where it's mostly blues, you can use that and that one. And if you have the famous pink, you can use that and that one. So that's it. We're not going to do much more than that. It was a pretty quick video today. Just a little something. And once they're dry and I fix the ribbons and stuff like that, I will show them to you again in a subsequent video, which will come after this. Probably when I'm using one of them in the book that I am making, in the journal I'm making. So that's it for now, guys. So in the meantime, I hope you found this fun and interesting and gave you maybe some ideas. If you don't have the things that I have, but have something similar or some other thing that you think you can use, could be a lot of fun. So play around and see what you can come up with too. In the meantime, guys, be safe, be happy, and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.